Now on Eyewitness News, beautiful start to this Friday morning. There's still a touch of humidity out there now, but as I'm setting up the forecast for your weekend, tracking the drier air, which is moving in.
A mother is accused of intentionally overdosing her children, only on 9. She's claiming her innocence.
And a teen overcoming adversity is getting a new outlook on life.
I just have a large appreciation for life.
How he went from fighting in a hospital bed to getting ready for graduation. Eyewitness News at 6 a.m. continues right now. Good Friday morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Gina Esposito.
And I'm Hunter Sines. Dinesh and Damani are off. It is 6:30 this Friday morning, and we are getting you ready for the day ahead.
That's right. Mark Taylor is in the traffic center monitoring the roads and some issues out there this morning. But first, let's head over to Severe Weather Center 9. We don't just Keith Monday here with your weather in a minute and hoping for some more drier air, Keith.
Yeah, it's coming in. We'll be starting to feel that more later on this afternoon. It's kind of nice to talk about a change in our forecast after every day this week. We've been discussing the afternoon storm risk, the high heat and humidity. Those things are starting to subside. Well, at least the storm risk and the humidity is. We're 71 in Charlotte, 70 Rock Hill, near 70 down Monroe. Yeah, we're still pretty warm this morning. Even the mountains are still in the 60s. And that drier air, well, it's in the high country, slowly starting to ooze its way southward. When this dew point number, which represents how much moisture is in the air, gets in the upper 60s and near 70 like we've been all week, that's what makes it feel very humid and heavy with the air out there. So it feels steamy now, but this will go down this afternoon. It'll dry out. It'll feel much better, but it already feels like summertime. And yeah, this is it. Last day of school for CMS. Sunshine, beautiful day. Upper 80s. It's gonna be warm, but at least it will be much drier than we've seen all week long. Get ready for graduation plans this weekend. We'll walk you through what to expect. The heat's still sticking around a bit, but the mugginess finally taking a back seat. But first, let's get you out on the road to Traffic Team 9's Mark Taylor. How are things building out there?
I'm not seeing any emerging delays here in Mecklenburg. Over to Gaston on 85. New wreck, though, in Mecklenburg on University City Boulevard. The split with North Tryon. Flows aren't picking up on any delays yet, but first responders are still heading there. So we will keep an eye on that for you. Let's talk about what's happening over to Gaston. A couple things. There's a medical emergency reported 85 southbound near Edgewood Road, exit 13. Just look out for it. Not causing any backups at this point, but yield to any of those EMS folks en route. 321 still shut down northbound. We've been monitoring this basically since daybreak began. It happened at the 13-mile marker north of exit 12. That's Dallas Cherryville Highway and Trade Street. It's an overturned milk truck. Now, when I spoke with Gaston EMS earlier, they said that any transports will be minor, so good news there. But cleanup continues, and to do so, we got to close the road. So what we're doing is being forced off at exit 12, and then you want to take business 321 in from Dallas Cherryville Highway as the alternate route, and then checking back Wilkinson Boulevard, earlier wreck near Sam Wilson Road. No longer seeing any of those impacts. Gina?
Thanks, Mark. Well, Only Child 9 spoke to a Monroe mother accused of abusing her 2 young kids. Here's what's part of what she told us.
You know, I would say that I'm a very loving and caring mother, and I would never, ever hurt my children at all.
Well, deputies in Union County say Sarah Jones intentionally poisoned her children by giving them too much medicine. Channel 9's Amelia White joins us live from the Union County Sheriff's Office with how those children are doing now. Amelia?
Yeah, the kids were taken into foster care and they're recovering well. We spoke to the mom of the children and she says this is all just one big mistake. 28-year-old Sarah Jones is accused of giving her children too much medicine. This investigation started back in March when investigators got a report from doctors after 2 children were admitted to the hospital with narcotics overdose. Doctors say the kids were using large quantities of Tramadol and Benadryl. Jones says her son has seizures and she thinks the dosage the doctor initially prescribed was too large. As a result, he was admitted to the hospital 3 times in 4 weeks. Hospital officials reported that as a red flag to social services. Sarah's dad says the authorities made a mistake in charging his daughter.
Now, we love these children with all of our hearts, and no one's hurting them, and we wouldn't dare think of it.
And the family says they have documented proof that they are telling the truth, and they believe they will be proven right once they get to court. I'm reporting at the Union County Sheriff's Office. Amelia White, Channel 9, Eyewitness News.
Yeah, just disturbing details. Glad to hear the kids are doing okay. Thank you, Amelia.
A 17-year-old in Alexander County is in the hospital after being shot several times in Stony Point. The 15-year-old suspect faced a judge in Taylorsville yesterday. Deputies say he shot the victim around midnight yesterday in a cul-de-sac along Thomas Lane. Investigators think it was part of a robbery.
Over robbery, that's just ridiculous. You don't take someone's life over robbery.
They say the suspect is likely to face more charges, including attempted murder.
A crime spree in Mooresville is over after a pair of chases and 2 stolen vehicles. Now, police say they initially responded to reports of car break-ins overnight Thursday at the Legacy Village subdivision. That's when the suspects took off in a stolen car and led police on a chase, then ditched the car and stole another one, but they rolled it over while trying to get on I-77. Police ultimately caught up, arresting 4 suspects. They're believed to be connected to at least 30 break-ins. 3 stolen guns were also recovered.
A South Carolina senator is one of the finalists to be Donald Trump's running mate. Senator Tim Scott is among the names that received vetting materials. The list right here on your screen also includes North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum, Senator Marco Rubio, Senator J.D. Vance, Representative Elise Stefanik, Representative Byron Donalds, and former Housing and Urban Development Secretary Dr. Ben Carson. Mr. Trump has said he will announce his running mate at the Republican National Convention. That starts July 15th.
All right, check this out. Video shows metal grates falling in Uptown, narrowly missing traffic. Just take a look at this. A car crashed through the wall of this 9th floor parking garage yesterday. You can see the front end dangling over Church Street. Now, CMPD says that the driver left the car neutral and it rolled into the wall after they walked away. One woman says that she was in the garage and saw that car zoom past her.
I was sitting in my car for a couple moments, and I did see a car come flying through pretty quick. Very shortly after that, I heard all the sirens and fire trucks and things coming in the area.
Now, medics says no one was hurt. The car was sticking out of the wall for about 45 minutes before firefighters were able to pull it back in. CMPD says the damage did not cause any structural issues and the garage will stay open.
A benefit concert is planned to honor the 4 officers killed in an East Charlotte ambush. Boatyard Lake Norman in Cornelius is hosting the Back the Blue benefit concert on Sunday. All of the proceeds will be donated to the families of the fallen officers. Tickets start at $20, and we made it easy for you to get yours. Just click under latest links on WSOCTV.com.
Well, new this morning, U.S. economists warn middle-class households are struggling to stay afloat and spending less overall. According to a recent report from the Pew Research Center, in 1971, 61% of the nation was middle class. But as of last year, that number was down to 51%. Analysts say one of the biggest costs to families right now are groceries.
Happening today, Catawba Nation will break ground on a new expansion for Kings Casino in Kings Mountain. The casino plans to add 12 live table games, including craps, roulette, and blackjack. The expansion will bring more than 100 new jobs there. The groundbreaking is scheduled for 10:30 this morning.
6:38, there is a new program launching this summer in North Carolina to help feed families. Sunbucks is a federal program that will give qualifying families $120 for each school-age child to use at grocery stores and farmers markets. Now, leaders from the nonprofit Nourish Up say this boost helps parents fill the gap during summer break.
The daily meals that they get at school are necessary to help nourish them throughout the day. So when they're not in school, definitely going to need something to help with replenishing those meals that they're no longer receiving.
Many students will automatically qualify for Sunbucks, while others do need to apply. We have a story about Sunbucks on our website, so if you are interested, go to the Community tab, then 9 Food Drive to find more information. Speaking of the food drive, you can help feed local children by joining Channel 9 next Thursday, June 13th for our 9 Food Drive Collection Day. We'll be collecting non-perishable food donations outside our WSOC TV studios. Our address is 235 West 23rd Street. It's from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Every donation goes to families in need.
Time now is 6:39. Let's head it over to Traffic Team 9's Mark Taylor for any closures this upcoming weekend or right now.
We've got closures this weekend, interchanges, major ones, in fact, Hunter. We've got 77 southbound, the ramp to interloop of Brookshire Freeway closing tonight for construction, 9 p.m. Tonight until 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. It happened this morning as well. You were forced off of 77. You turn around at Trade Street and then you take 77 northbound to enter the Brookshire Freeway interloop. And then we got maintenance 77 southbound. The ramp to Gilead Road is closing tonight at 9 p.m. until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. So if we want to get off at Sam Furr, take Statesville down towards Gilead and bypass it. Current conditions this morning as we look off to the west as traffic starts to pick up from Gaston County northbound. This is on the 485 interchange from the west, with merging delays only for the interstate. And as you make your way closer towards Mecklenburg, it does begin to break up. 321 still shut down, though, up in Dallas. We'll talk more about that here in a minute. And then also an earlier crash we'll check on is University City Boulevard to the split with North Tryon. First, we talked to meteorologist Keith Money, who's tracking the forecast, and hopefully no rain today, Keith.
Nope, nothing out there today. You are good to go to get the car washed here, Mark, as you head your way into the weekend. And even with some rain chance next week, nothing of real significance I see likely getting in your way. Most importantly, the humidity is about to go down. The timeout when you'll start to feel much better later today.
Ahead at 7 on TV 64, they opened their first marijuana dispensary last month. Now Native American tribe is trying to take their sales a step further.
And the new way Rock Hill police are trying to gather evidence to arrest the person who shot 4 people at a massive block party.
Tragedy did not take a toll on this teen. How we went from a severe health scare to planning for his future. Next.